In this video, I want to overview the Sneaky Vampire Syndicate. Now, this is a project that's been out since September of 2021, but I believe it has still so much more upside. It could even be a blue chip project in the future. And so I want to let you know the reasons that I see so much potential in this project so you can possibly invest for yourself.
What about a sneaky, you heard of a sneaky vampire, Sorkin? Same guy that did Bored Apes.
Is that
yeah.
an NFT?
Yep.
I'm unfamiliar. I'm going to now look. I'm going to Google Sneaky Vampire.
Sneaky Vampire
NFT.
Syndicate. That's from the same artist that did. Boy, they're pretty cool.
Now, the Vampires launched in the middle of September 2021, and there are 8,888 of them. So most projects have 10,000, but there's more than 1,000 less of these, so that makes them even a little extra rare. This is Generation 1. They've also released a companion in October, which are bats, and then in the future they're going to have a second generation, which we'll get into later as well. Now, looking on OpenSea, if you look at the floor price, it's 0.58. That's of November the 10th, 2021. You gotta ignore the unique owners. This is very low, but they mentioned that their holders, 69% of them are staking, and so that means that they're all in one wallet, and therefore it throws off the unique owners amount. Then taking a look at their bat companions, this is the Sneaky Bat Syndicate. It has a 0.04 floor price with 2.6 thousand owners, and you can also stake those as well. Now there's 8.3 thousand bats. Everyone who had a vampire was able to mint one of the bats for free, but a couple hundred of them never did so, and so that's why there's a little bit less of the bats. Now here on their Medium page, they have one that's dedicated just to their team, and you can scroll down and look at their various team members and what they do here, you know, developer, project lead, and look at their experience. But the one I want to focus in on is Mig, who is the artist. Now, Mig's a full-time freelance artist, it says, but here's the important part, because this is what initially drew me to the project. Mig exploded onto the NFT space being the artist for the popular project, the Bored Ape Yacht Club. Now, if you're unfamiliar, I'm sure most of you are, the Bored Ape Yacht Club is the biggest or the second biggest NFT project. Behind the CryptoPunks, it would be the Bored Ape Yacht Club if you're gonna count them by like market cap and transactions. It's, you know, the most popular modern NFT project. And so with Mig being the designer for the Bored Ape Yacht Club, that has a lot of prestige to carry over to this one. And also the Bored Ape Yacht Club are just really designed well, and so are these vampires. They're just a great looking design, and so that's a really big selling point for this project. Now let's take a quick look at the roadmap. This is important to highlight. This is roadmap 2. So roadmap 1 was already completed within 6 weeks of launch. Now I want to highlight that point because it's important to show that the team made out a roadmap and they executed on it. And that's important too. They didn't just walk away from the project, they didn't delay. They nailed all the points on roadmap 1 and then said, you know what, we're bringing more value, here's roadmap 2. And so the team is delivering with results, and you know, that's really important to show that the team is strong too. So they said roadmap 2 contains many new features. The release of generation 2 is first on our priority list, allowing breeding between generation 1 and generation 2 and their own special companions. So one of these vampires is generation 1. We don't know what generation 2 will look like or have a date, but that is the, you know, the highest priority for roadmap 2. But if you own one of these, you'll be able to breed it with the generation 2, and you'll be able to make its own special generation 2 companion. Once again, this is the generation 1 companion, which was free to anyone who had one of the vampires. Now they have some extra items here: DeFi utility, a vampire hunt, community contest, and a vamp meetup event, all part of the next roadmap. Now I want to highlight this DeFi utility because it's important to know that they have their own token, the blood token. And so let's go over to their Discord and I'll show you a little bit about that. Okay, so the SVS project has staking, and so you're able to stake your vampires that you have or the bats and earn their blood token, which is, you know, their utility token. So they say, what do I get from staking? You will earn blood tokens. How much? Each vampire generates 3 blood tokens per day, and the bats will get 1 blood token a day. So 3 for the vampire, 1 for the bat. And then it's also important to note that there's no withdraw time, so there's no minimum time or lock-ins that happen. But if you want to do this, you should know that they are transferred out of your wallet into the graveyard, and you know, that's normal with staking. You know, even if it's in, you know, crypto coins, you know, if you stake them, they do leave your wallet, and then you can unstake them, and then they come back into your wallet. That's pretty standard for staking. So if you want to know what can you do with this blood token, they say the blood is the utility token of the SVS. We will be implementing into everything we do, such as breeding or claiming a chalice NFT for our champagne. So the important thing to highlight is that they're going to be implementing it into everything we do. I just watched an interview with them, and they said that they're going to be having merch, and you're going to be able to be buying the merch with the blood token as well. So, you know, this is going to have good long-term value. Whatever things that they plan to do, you're going to be able to use those blood tokens, you know, to purchase those things. I'll let you know about the champagne in a second when we look over their collaborations. So back on their Medium page, they show their various collaborations and partnerships. And so this is kind of an overview. They work with the 888 Inner Circle, with a champagne brand, Wilder World, Sandbox, and Pixel Studio so far, as well as we introduced Brian D. Evans as our official advisor. Now, if you go to Brian D. Evans' page, you can see, you know, he's, you know, a blue checkmark guy, business consultant in the NFT crypto digital marketing, and, you know, he has close to 1 million followers as well. So I'll let you look at the Pixel Studios and the Inner Circle yourself, but I want to highlight the Champagne and the Metaverse ones. So they said our first real-world utility addition to SVS came from the introduction of our partnership with an established champagne brand. They said after some discussions between both parties, we came to the conclusion that we would be producing a custom and limited edition private label champagne only for holders. And they said this partnership will bring about a custom bottle and custom case for the champagne, and it's a, you know, a nice physical collectible. So this is the thing that they said right here. The only way to be eligible to purchase a bottle will be with our blood token. So they don't know the exact amount yet, but that's just kind of showing that's one of the utility benefits of the blood token, as well as they said, once again, buying merch as well. Two other benefits is that they have some space in 2 different metaverse worlds, Wilder World, and this one I don't know a whole lot about, but apparently, you know, it has a car racing element to it, and this is their vehicle that they have there. And then the Sandbox, which I'm more familiar with, and they have a lair there as well, which is some real estate that you know, holders will be able to be there as well. And then the last thing I want to point out is that they're also working on a 2D game as well, which you'll only be able to play if you are a holder of, you know, one of their NFTs. And so this channel right here, you can go and watch these Twitch live streams where he's working on the game, kind of showing you some behind the scenes as it's being developed, so that you can see, you know, watch and follow the progress. Now, this doesn't seem like to be a big focus of the SVS. It's just kind of like a side benefit, whereas other projects, they're built around gaming. This is just one thing. It looks like something extra, but really cool nonetheless, and it's good to see some progress being made on it. So you can see some of the different things that they've done, you know, like, and are planning to do, you know, a second generation companions, breeding, staking, utility with the blood token, some real life utility in the metaverse. There's lots of stuff going on here, and you know, it just makes it a really attractive project. Got a great community as well, and one of the biggest draws is the fact that Mig, one of the designers of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, is the designer here as well. So that has some prestige. They look great. These are just really well done. Some great features as well, different traits that kind of really stand out. And so I think this is going to be a good project that is going to survive and thrive and may end up being a blue chip project in the future. So guys, you might want to check it out and possibly add it to your own list of projects to look into or buy yourself. Hopefully you found this helpful. Until next time, peace out.